Okay, so in order for me to demonstrate on how do we use the formula that was previously discussed, let us solve this sample problem. So in the short circuit study, the positive, negative, and zero sequence impedances are 0.25, 0.25, and zero point 0.3 all in PU or per unit. So calculate the fault current if, so merong 3-phase fault nangyari. B, the single line to ground fault occurs, a line to line fault occurs, and a double line to ground fault occurs. So let's use this one, saka ito as the base values. So let's first calculate the base current. Kasi ito yung gagamitin natin later on, palagi itong gagamitin as the last na value for us to obtain the fault current. So the base current, okay, is equivalent siya into this formula. So S base, which is of course 3-phase system ito, divided by square root of 3 times the line to line base voltage. Okay? So line to line. So basically, we have this base MVA. So 100 times 10 raised to 6 na yan, divided by square root of 3 times the line to line voltage of 115 times 10 raised to 3. Okay? So, of course, ang magiging base current natin dito is simply this one. Okay? So, 100 times 10 raised to 6 divided by square root of 3. Okay? So, times 115, 115, 10, 3. Okay. So, basically, ito yung magiging base current natin. Okay? So, 502.04, let's say 044. Okay? So, 502.044 ampere. So, meron na tayong base current. Okay? So, let's start with the 3-phase fault. Okay? So, for the 3-phase fault, so yung na-derive nating formula is ito. Okay? So, let me move muna on the other slides. So, the first formula na na-derive natin is ito. Okay? So, yung may symmetrical na fault. So, basically, we have a base value. Tapos, i-multiply natin siya by the per unit na current, which is ito. Okay? Ito yun. The IA1 or the IAPU, which is ito. The IF. So, dito, ang per unit na natin, fault is once again, this one. Okay? So, IFPU is equivalent to uh, IFPU times I base. So basically, yung per unit current natin is E sub A over Z sub 1. Tapos i-multiply natin siya by the base. Okay? So since wala namang sinabi sa problem na operating condition during the pre-fault, which is I'm talking about the voltage at the terminal or the induced voltage, we can assume one angle of 0 dito. If ever stated dito that let's say for example the generator operates at 5% over voltage, parang ganun, or 105% of the terminal voltage or the rated voltage, I mean, yung terminal voltage during or before the pre-fault, before the fault, I mean. So maglalagay tayo dyan na 1.05. So if ever na 95%, then 0.95 accordingly. And the angle remains to be equal to 0. Okay? So that because yun yung magsiserve as the reference phasor kasi. Okay? So once again, we may use one angle of 0 dito. One angle of 0 divided by the per unit na impedance natin dito, which is the positive sequence, which is 0.25. So meron tayong 0.25 times yung base natin na 502.044. Okay? So 502.044. So basically, ang fault current natin dito na actual is equivalent siya into this one. So 502 point, let's say, i-store ko na yan dito sa may A. Okay? Or let's say sa may X na lang Okay, sa X na lang. So, ito yung base natin. So, times 1 over 0.25, which is basically divide 0.25 lang naman yan. So, basically, ito yung sagot natin for the fault current of the three-phase fault. Okay? So, 2008. So, 2008.175 ampere. Okay? So, ito na yung three-phase fault natin. So, how about itong ikalawa, which is the single line to ground fault. So, sa single line to ground, ito yung magiging solusyon natin. So, single line to ground fault. Let's say, LG na lang. Line to ground fault. Okay? So, yung mga formula natin is this one. Okay? So, dito tayo sa may unsymmetrical fault, which is ito. Yan. LG fault. Ito. Okay? So, dito, the fault current na na-derive natin is ito. So, kumbaga, 3 times lang naman of the I sub A1. So, mag-multiply lang naman tayo ng 3. So, therefore, meron tayong formula which is once again 3 times E sub A divided by the sum of the impedances, the components of the impedance. So, basically, we have this I sub F PU is equivalent to Z sub O plus Z sub 1 plus Z sub 2 plus 3ZF. So, 3 times E sub A na to. Okay? So, this is the per unit na voltage. So, basically, we assume that E sub A, okay? Ang assumption natin, once again, E sub A is equivalent to 1 angle of 0. Okay? So, therefore, meron tayo ditong 3 divided by yung ano natin, Z sub F, is 0. Kasi wala namang sinabi regarding the impedance of the fault eh. So, basically, bolted ito. Bolted na fault. So, therefore, zero sequence, it is positive, negative, saka 0. Okay? So, magiging 0.3 ito, plus 0.25, plus 0.25, plus 0. Okay? 0 na to. 3 times 0 is 0. Okay? So, therefore, the per unit na fault is ito. IFPU is equivalent to this one. So, 3 divided by 0.3 plus 0.25 plus 0.25. So, meron tayo ditong 3.75. Okay? 3.75 per unit. Okay? So, of course, the actual is equivalent to IF per unit times yung I base natin. Okay? So, magiging 3.75 ito times yung base natin na 502.044. Okay? So, therefore, the actual na fault current is equivalent siya into, so 3.75, ito. So, times natin dito sa 502 something na in-store natin sa X kanina. So, meron tayong 1,882.664 amperes. Okay? So, 1882.664 ampere. Okay? So, this one is the fault current during line to ground fault. Okay? Magnitude lang. Okay? So, how about itong ikatlo, which is the line to line fault? Okay? So, for the line to line fault, ganito siya. So, C, double line to, line to line. Okay. Line to line fault. Okay? So, yung na-derive natin na formula for line to line fault is ito. Okay? So, I believe dito siya sa part na yun, ano? Okay. So, yan. So, I sub, okay. So, ito. Okay? So, either of the two, will do. Ano? So, we may focus na lang dito sa may I sub B. So, magkakaiba lang naman kasi dito is the ano sign eh. So, ito, we can neglect this J. So, depende na lang sa kailangan ng problem. So, dito, ang E sub A natin is 1, tapos ito. So, we calculate muna ito first before we proceed dito. Okay? So, basically, we can use this formula pala directly. Kasi, we have this factor na-derive na natin previously. So, anyway, let us focus na lang sa line B. Okay? So, we can just take this one, tapos i-multiply natin doon sa base value. Okay? So, j square root of 3, negative j square root of 3 times this quantity, E sub A divided by the sum of these impedances. Okay? The components. So, therefore, magiging ganito na siya, no? So, let's say IF PU is equivalent to negative j square root of 3 multiplied by E sub A divided by C sub 1 plus C sub 2 plus C sub F. So, therefore, magiging negative j square root of 3 ito multiplied by E sub A, which is once again 1 angle of 0, divided by 0.25 plus 0.25 plus 0 kasi yung C sub F natin is 0. Ito is puro yan 0.25 as per the problem. So, therefore, I sub F PU is equivalent to negative j multiplied by 1 angle 1 over 0.25 plus 0.25, okay, which is 0.5 lang naman yan basically. Okay, so magiging magiging 2 lang naman ang kakalabasan nito. Okay, so 2 times square root of 3. Okay, so meron tayong ganyan, or the decimal form is this one. So I prefer using this 2 square root of 3 para intact yung value natin. So negative j 2 square root of 3 per unit. Ito na yung per unit na current natin during fault. Okay? So, of course, para makuha na natin yung actual na fault, IF actual. So, this is equivalent to, of course, IF PU times I base. So, magiging negative j 2 square root of 3 times yung I base natin, which is yung 502 point, ilan yun? Recall ko na lang dito. So, 502.044. Okay? Ampere. So, therefore, mag-multiply ako dyan ng 2 square root of 3 times yung itong x. Okay? Kasi dito nakastore yung ano natin dito for the base value. So, basically, meron tayo ditong negative j times this quantity. Okay? So, IF actual is equivalent to negative j 1739.13 ampere. Although you can omit this negative j, pwede naman kasi we are just concerned about the magnitude. And if ever, depending on the scenario, i-require talaga yung direction ng phasor, then you include this one, of course. So anyway, you can just take the magnitude of this one para makuha natin yung actual na current, the magnitude. Okay? In other words. So this will be the final answer for part C, 1739.13. Okay? So lastly, how about itong part D, which is yung ano natin, double line to ground fault ang mag-occur. So basically, we've recently derived the formula for this one na gagamitin, which are ito. Okay? Iisa-isahin natin to. Okay? So since ang fault natin is bolted, we can actually directly use this one. So if ever na ang concern natin is I sub B, then we can use this one. Pero for the sake of our discussion, i-compute natin itong dalawa. Okay? Para maano ninyo na almost the same lang naman yan. So anyway, ano ko muna to. Okay? So the IA sub 1, mag-start muna tayo sa IA sub 1. So equivalent siya into E sub A multiplied by Z sub O plus Z sub 2 divided by, according to the derivation, ito siya, ano? So, Z sub O, Z sub 2 plus Z sub 1, Z sub 2 plus, let's say, Z sub O, Z sub 1. Okay? So, meron na tayo ditong per unit na current for IA sub 1 na value for IA sub 1. So, yung Z sub O natin is 0.3 according to the problem. 0.3 ito. Tapos, the other is 0.25. Okay? So, basically, ang magiging result natin dito is ganito. So, 1 angle of 0 multiplied by 0.3 plus 0.25 divided by 0.3 times 0.25 plus 0.25, 0.25 plus, okay. So, mukhang kukulangin tayo ng space dito, ano. So, ayusin ko na muna dito sa part na to. Kasi mukhang kukulangin. So, once again, magiging ganito siya. So, 0.3 times 0.25 plus 0.25 times 0.25 plus 0.3 times 0.25. Okay? So, E sub A is 1 angle of 0. Tapos, meron tayong 0.3 C sub O plus 0.25. So, IA sub 1 must be equivalent to this one. So, computein natin. So, magiging 0.3 ito plus 0.25. So, times 1 divided by ito. So, 0.3 times 0.25 plus ito. Iabang ko na yan. So, ito. This is 0.25 times 0.25. Okay? Sorry. Nawala. Okay. So, plus 0.25 times 0.25. And last one is 0.3 times 0.25. Yan. So, basically, meron tayo ditong 44/17 which is ito. Ito yung per unit natin na value for I sub A1. Okay? So, 44/17. Which is approximately this one. Okay? 2.5882. Okay? So, 2.5882 per unit. Okay? So, meron na tayong IA sub 1. Okay? So, once again, ang kailangan natin is malaman muna yung values for IA sub O tapos yung IA sub 2. Recall that IA sub O is equivalent to the negative of E sub A minus IA sub 1 Z sub 1 over Z sub O. Okay? So, basically, magiging ano na to? Negative of 1 minus itong 2.5882 times C sub 1 which is 0.25. So, let's say, for the sake of simplicity sa pag-compute, let's say, i-store ko na to sa, let's say, letter E. I-store ko na to sa memory ng calculator para accurate yung sagot natin. In-store ko na sa letter E para ma-recall na natin. So, divided by, okay, i-divide ko pa siya by C sub O. Okay? So, meron tayo ditong C sub O which is equivalent to 0.3. Okay? Okay? So, i-recall na lang ko na lang tong letter E. So, 1 minus the quantity, yung IA sub 1 which is yung E natin, times 0.25 divided by 0.3. Okay? In this case, meron tayo ditong 20/17 or let's say approximately 1.176 PU. Okay? Okay. So, negative pala. Sorry. Let's take na lang the negative of this one. So negative. Times negative 1 ko. Times negative 1 kasi I forgot the negative sign. So, negative 1.176. Okay? So, 1.176 PU. Okay? So, let's say, i-store ko to sa letter D. Okay? So, i-access pa kasi natin yan later. So, dito, inote ko na lang na in-store ko na to sa letter D. Okay? So, for IA sub 2, so this is equivalent to a negative of E sub A minus IA sub 1, Z sub 1 over Z sub 2. Which is, once again, itong mga formula na to, derive lang naman siya dito. Okay? During the previous derivation, which are ito. Itong mga formulas na to. Okay? So, okay. So, nagkamali din pala ako dito sa part na to. Ano? So, dapat ay A sub 2 yan. Okay? So, dito, magiging, ganito na siya. So, negative of 1 minus 2.5882, which is yung E, times 0.25, all over, say sub 2 na 0.25. Okay? So, this will be equivalent to this one. Okay? So, let's say, IA sub 2. Okay. So, negative of, okay, of this quantity. So, 1 minus yung 2.5882, IA1. So, 0.25 times E, which is yung ito. Okay? Ito yun. All over 0.25. Okay? So, let's say, i-store ko siya dito sa F for later na pag-access. So, anyway, this is just equivalent to a negative 1.412. Okay? Negative 1.412 PU. So, in-store ko siya sa may letter F na memory. Sorry. Okay? Let's say ganyan ang gawin natin. So, in-store ko siya sa memory F. Okay? So, as you can see, meron na tayo ditong values for I sub A1, which is ito. I sub AO, which is ito. I sub A2, which is ito. So, makukuha na natin yung value for I sub B or I sub C using the formula that was stated previously, which are these formulas, ano? Okay, which is this, kumbaga, the conversion. Okay? So, if we convert, magiging ano na to. Okay? So, I sub B, PU, is equivalent to I sub AO plus A squared I sub A1 plus I sub A2. Okay? So, I'll be directly, ano ko na lang to, i-calculate sa calculator. Okay? Kasi na-store ko naman yung mga values dito eh. And recall that meron tayo ditong 1 angle of 120 na i-consider for analysis. Okay? So, dito, meron tayong I sub AO, which is, in-store ko siya dito sa D. Okay? So, i-recall ko na lang to. Okay? So, plus A squared. Okay? Yung 1 angle of 120, ito. And I sub A1 was stored to be stored dito sa letter E. So, i-recall ko na lang. Likewise dito. So, plus A times F. Okay? So, dito, meron na tayong result dito, which is this one. Okay? This is the per unit na current sa B. And if ever man na you like to represent this into polar form, which is a much better approach, we may use this one. Okay? So, meron tayo ditong 3.8876 or 889. Let's say ganyan. So, 3.4888 na tuloy. Okay? So, 3.888 angle of negative 116. Point, ilan yun? 996 degrees. PU. Okay? So, let's say, i-store ko to sa Y. Okay? Store ko na yan sa Y. And if ever man, na if for comparison, you want to compute the I sub C per unit, well, we can do that procedure. Ano? PU is equivalent to I sub AO din, plus A I sub A1, plus A squared I sub A2. Okay? So we may express the result in polar form then. So I sub AO was stored dito sa letter D, ito. So D plus I sub A1 is once again sa E. So A times E or A times I sub A1 plus A squared times F, which is itong I sub A2. Okay? So we may rewrite this in polar form, ano? So magiging pares lang naman yung magnitude. Okay? So parang ang resulta dito is parang complex conjugate lang. So anyway, this is 3.888 pa din. So 3.888, but this time the angle is 116.996 degrees PU. So either of the two, pwede nating gamitin for us to calculate the fault current sa line. Okay? Sa line current mismo. Okay? So if ever, ito ang magiging result ng solution natin. So for the sake of our discussion, ito yung gamitin ko. Okay? Itong may I sub B. Okay, so dito siya, no? So let's say the IF PU, let's say sa I sub B na ako mag-focus, ano, kunyari. So times I sub base. Okay? So this is equivalent to yung I sub B PU natin is eto. So i-restore ko siya sa Y. So I'll just recall na lang the Y. And yung I base natin or the base value for the current is in-store ko siya kanina sa may X, ano, as you can recall, which is itong 502 something. And ito yung ano natin, per unit value for the current. So meron tayo ditong Y, which is ito. Okay? So 3.888 angle of 116, a negative 116.996. So multiplied by yung 502 point ilan yun? Ito 044. So basically, ang makukuha natin ditong result is x times y or xy basically alpha y. Okay. I-convert ko na lang to into polar form. Ito ang kakalabasan. So 1951.79 in this angle. Okay? So 1951.794 angle of negative 116.996 degrees ampere. So ito na yung actual natin, which is for line B. Okay? If ever naman na gusto ninyo yung line C, pwede naman ganito. IF natin, actual, sorry. IF na to, which is sa line B. Okay? So kung nasa line C naman tayo, well, of course, we can use this per unit. Okay? Depende na yan sa problem kung ano yung inihingi. Pero, basically, if ever it is just asking for the fault current, you may focus na lang on the line current. Okay? In this particular case, double line to ground fault, parehas lang naman na makukuha natin dito magnitude, although yung angle is magkakaiba. Anyway, majority of the cases, ang importante lang naman is magnitude. Okay? So, this is 3.888 and yung angle lang naman natin dito yung naiba. So, positive 116.996 ito. Okay? So, ito yung ano natin kanina. Okay? So, times 502.044. Okay? So, which is, of course, expected naman na natin na ganyan lang naman yung result. 1,951 kasi naiba lang naman yung angle eh. So 794 and yung angle natin is 116.996 degrees ampere. Okay. So for an additional na info, as you can see doon sa diagram natin, meron tayong current flowing pababa dito sa ano natin, which is ito. Yung I sub B plus I sub C. If ever man na ito yung kukomputin natin, which is basically equivalent lang naman to yung neutral current eh. Parehas lang naman yan dyan eh. Okay? So, because it is flowing directly to the ground. Okay? So, you can just take the sum of I sub B sa I sub C na actual and then, makukuha na natin yung current flowing dito. Okay? So, kunyari, ang hinihingi naman in this case is neutral current if ever man na hingiin. So, we can just take the sum of these two. Okay? So let's say, okay, pwede ko naman na gawin na per unit ano? Pwede naman. So if you want, pwedeng gawin kong per unit. Okay? So I sub B, PU, plus I sub C, PU. Okay? So of course, magiging 3.888 angle of negative 116. So okay, pares lang naman yan if you just take the sum of this one. So 996 tapos plus 3.888 angle of positive 116.996 degrees. So of course, the per unit na value nito is basically equivalent to this one. So i-recall ko na muna to, and since ang naiba lang naman is the 2-1, the angle, which is apparently the complex conjugate naman nagkataon. So I'll just take this one. So ito yun, yung sa I sub C per unit, plus i-plus ko yung nasa I sub B per unit, which was stored to be stored dito sa Y. So basically, meron tayo ditong J, negative J, 60 over 17 PU. Or basically, approximately, negative lang pala, walang J. Okay, so negative lang per unit. Okay, so negative. Yan. Okay, so per unit. So negative, ano to? Negative approximately ganyan. So 3.5294. Okay. So 3.5294 per unit. Okay? So para makuha natin yung actual, well of course, IN actual, which is basically the sum. So meron tayo ditong negative 3.5294 times yung ano natin 502.044, which is in turn I'll be using this one na lang directly times yung base value natin na nakastore dito sa X. Okay? So meron tayo dito negative 1,771.91. Okay? So negative 1,771.918 or 919 na lang. Okay? Ampere. Okay? So if you take the sum of these two, ito saka ito, parehas lang naman yan. Okay? So inspect muna natin yung mga currents na nakuha natin. So this is the neutral current, okay? Or the current or the summation of the currents I sub B sa I sub C. So some of you may be questioning this one na mas mababa pa ito compared dito. So basically we are dealing kasi with vector sum. Okay? A vector sum tayo. Okay? So kaya kadalasan ang kino-compute natin dyan is actually the line current. It is because expected naman talaga natin na during this type of fault mas mataas talaga yung line current when compared to the neutral. Okay? So, eto, despite the sign dito, pero this is more on direction lang. Pero ang concern talaga natin dito is just the magnitude. Okay? So, eto, for the line B, sa fault, ito naman yung sa line C, line B ito, line C ito. Ito naman is neutral. Or the sum of the two. Okay? So, by comparison, ito is 1,900 something. So, double line to ground. And if ever nasa ano tayo, line to line, so 1,700. Okay? 39. Okay? So, ito is 1.8 and ito is 2,000 plus. So, basically, in this particular example, makikita na natin that three-phase fault or that triple line to ground, kasi pares lang naman na magiging formula, is yun yung pinakamataas na fault current na pwede nating makuha. Ano? So, basically, sa mga sizing na protection, dito talaga tayo kumukuha ng maximum na anticipated fault, and we are assuming that the fault is bolted. Okay? So, to summarize, yung mga sagot natin dito is 2008.175 for 3-phase fault if ever. So, if line to ground fault o yung nangyari, meron tayong magnitude of 1,882.664. For part C, which is kunyari nagkaroon tayo ng line to line, regardless kung anong line ang gagamitin natin, basta yung isa is open and yung dalawa is shorted. So ito yung magnitude, so yung 1,739.13. You can ignore this negative J kasi hindi pa naman yan importante for now. And lastly, sa part D, which is yung double line to ground, we can just take itong 1951.794 as the final answer. Okay? Because ito yung magnitude ng current na dumadaloy doon sa line B sa line C. Identical yon. Okay? Assuming that the fault is once again bolted. Okay? So that's it for this question.